Hello. How are we? Happy Friday. Weird to be Friday and not Creator Series Day at the moment. Very strange. Very strange. Let me tweet out stream. Tweet out the stream and we can get crack-a-lacking. We are F1 24ing to begin with. It's the United States Sprint Grand Prix weekend. And then once we're done with that, we have something special a little bit later on this afternoon. Links to the stream in the thing. That's where stream is there. The YouTube stream is here. Subscriptions. There we go. Copy. Pew, 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 pew. Got the Baku Grand Prix video going live on the YouTube channel. In just over half an hour's time. Singapore should hopefully be edited by Chris by tomorrow, so we should be able to put Singapore live either Sunday or Monday, and then this video will hopefully go live on Monday or Tuesday. Fingers crossed we can get everything made over the weekend that we want to. I'm not live tomorrow, but I've sent Andrew the spreadsheet for the RTG save. Huzzy, thank you by the way for the 5th month, mate. I appreciate it, dude. Morning from the US, Ryan. Morning, sir. How are we, lad? You're up early. I believe it's a dry race in the United States, Daniel. Yes. I think it was wet quali and then a dry race and a dry sprint as well. Or was it a mixed race? I can't remember. Might have been mixed. It's dry. It's a wet quali and a dry sprint. It does indeed, Ben. Thank Christ. We hope so, anyway. Let me just update the details on the YouTube stream. Just have to wait till you go live before you can then fucking update it with the way that we co-stream or multi-stream. Pop a thumbnail up. There you go. Le boss. Monetize it. There we go. Le Bosch. Loki heartbroken. Why is that, Zach? Was it like last night or this morning the coffee? Does she just want to give you an old CD back or something? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Ryan. Be good to have the football back today. Chunks fan, thank you for the follow, mate. Messi missed the penalty last night, did he? Oh, Messi missed penalty. Oh, Who knows what the future holds, Zach? Glad that you enjoyed your evening, though. Messi tried a Panenka and it hit the bar, lol. Right. But we'll just get straight into it, might we, really? I'm good, thank you, Jamie. How are you, pal? Is it still group stage in the Copa America? Or not? Oh, it was a quarter-final, was it? Morning, Kieran. Good, glad to hear it, Jamie. I'm already recording. Look at me go. 3 minutes in. Might as well start that again. No point giving Chris 3 minutes of me just waffling on. Right, that YouTube video finished rendering, didn't it? Yes. Yes, it did. I don't know what to call the next RTG... Well, Sundays. Not Sundays. Monday's RTG video. Because we got, obviously, the banging result against Luton and Sunderland. Pardon me. I'm going to call it like goals. I've called it goals and points. It's Christmas come early. Well, thank you very much indeed for the subscription. I shall check that in a moment. I'm just setting the YouTube video to upload for Monday, the 8th of July. I can't believe we're significantly into July already. Fucking hell! Where has this year gone? Where has my life gone? Cam, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. That's very good of you, mate. 8 Moon, and it's Hesitation. Thank you very much for welcome to the gang, should I say, more accurately. Right, let's record. It's a special day. It's 2 races in 1 video day once more. It's the United States Grand Prix weekend, which means we have sprint racing to be done as well. Thankfully, all in the dry. The race is all in the dry. The quali is, probably for us at least, going to be quite wet. Well, actually, no. For some reason, my brain... I'm going to start that all again. I thought the quali was all wet apart from a dry spell. Has that changed since yesterday, chat? I think that's changed since yesterday. Anyway. I'll start that again, shall I, Chris? Okay, Chris. It's a special day in the F124 calendar again. It's Sprint Day here in the United States Grand Prix. We've 2 races for you in the same episode once more. All dry in the sprint, all dry in the race, and mainly dry in qualifying. Although if we get to Q3, highly unlikely, it will be wet. Our qualifying performances of late have been less than desirable, let's be completely honest. But our racing, albeit fortuitous, has provided 5 points finishes in our last 6 Grand Prix. And if it weren't for the rain in Italy, then it may well have been 6 straight points finishes. A P4, a podium, 2 P8s and a P10. Could even have been a P4 in Monza as well if we'd have been just as lucky. And actually, we've got P4 in Austria too. We're in a great run of form. United States, I mean, Italy, Azerbaijan, Singapore and Kota is a string of 4 Grand Prix where I don't pretend to perform that well. We got very lucky in Azerbaijan, we got very lucky in Singapore. If we get lucky again in the US, then I really have done something to please someone, haven't I? Mexico and Brazil should be much more competitive for us, I hope. And then Vegas is, well, you saw what happened last year in Vegas in F1 23. It was wild. Qatar is new look this year. I'm very much looking forward to that. And then Abu Dhabi actually tended to perform a little bit better at Abu Dhabi in recent years. So we'll see what we can do in the United States. There should be points on offer in the main race. Whether there's points on offer in the sprint race or not, I hesitate to say. But it will be dry for that as well, albeit overcast. So we could have another great race weekend. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this save. I'm still, of course, very much enjoying putting out the 100% race distance Formula 1 stuff. So do drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. And I'd love to have you live over on Twitch or on the Chitsnoid Live YouTube channel. Links to all are below. Of course, if you want to grab some setups, then feel free to do so. To head over heading over to Sim Racing Centre. There's a link in the description down below and the code Chesno to get you a 5% discount. Right, let's go to Texas.
Kota awaits us here today for free practice. The passionate US crowds are gathering. So too are the drivers and teams ready to get some all-important data.
How long were you guys seeing each other, Zach? Back last year. Don't mind me, just loading my setup. Gonna need to tweet it as well. Tweet it? Tweak it.
Extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Doodly doodly doo 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 doodly doodly doo 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 doo. There we go, Baboose. Track acclimatization. When's the rain coming? Now. Okay. I might do race strategy then. Oh, it's a sprint weekend, isn't it? So I've not got the, I've only got hard and soft tyre set. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. We're not going to get much done here at all. Friends for like 2 years, through uni, came arrangement like for like 4 months. Obviously, everything. Who knows? It's raining, it's literally raining now. Who knows what the future holds, Zach? Never say never, pal. Still young, bud.
We're approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
Nice. I'm good, thank you, Venerous. How are you, my man? Steady. Hey. We need the purple. Does it stop raining at any point? Rain to 85%. 85% after 15 minutes. Dry up again, players. 92% after half an hour. I don't think it's going to dry up, lads. I think it's just going to get wetter. Okay, maybe. Okay, it's going to dry up before the end of the session. Recommended time medium. Guess what I don't have available to me? Any bloody mediums. Are people out on inters yet? Are they still out? How is he out on a medium set? I haven't got a medium set available to me. That's not fair. Alright, I'll do time management on the hard then. It's still letting me... Okay, it's still not raining too much. But it's like we're on intermediate tyres. Alfie, thank you for the follow, mate.
We need to ensure we can manage the tyres through a lap, so try to keep the wear down through each corner. Be especially careful accelerating on corner exit.
Yeah, it's definitely not dry tyre weather right now. This is not going to go well. I'm just going to go back to the garage. Let's wait for the dry weather. Because that time management is not going to... Like, doing time management on intermediate tyres just isn't going to get us any sort of valuable data whatsoever. We'll wait for people to go... Wait for the weather to dry up. Acknowledged. Are you dry yet? No, it's absolutely sodden. They're out on full wets. Yeah, I'm going to have to use the sprint for data collection, aren't we, really? It should just be medium tyres all the way through in the sprint, but doesn't help us understand the competitiveness of our tyre wear compared to everybody else, does it, really? Weather now, sunny. Disagree. Still, well, they're back on inters at least, rather than wets.
I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
Would you? Right, okay. Let's do the time management one on the inters then. Just have to wait and try and do the... Wait for... wait, actually, it stopped raining now, isn't it?
Because temperature's so important.
Hopefully, by the time we finish this, we'll be able to fit most of the race strategy in.
Not to mention recharging the battery.
Now, it's going to be 10 minutes left in the session. I'm not going to have enough time to get all 5 laps of the race strategy in, I don't think, but I can get some in. I'm not going to get to Q3, so it's not really going to matter in terms of getting wet weather practice in. tyre wear through sector 1 is horrendous. I think it's pretty safe to say we're not going to get this. No creative series this week. Break week. Needs break week. It's really not that complicated to understand, Aaron. It might look quite daunting as an like when you're not familiar with it, but there's a great tutorial system and everything makes sense. We do have some commands for like F1 terms that you might be unfamiliar with, help you kind of understand the sport maybe a bit better. This just isn't going to work, so I'm literally just going to box here and then go and put some dry tyres on again.
Okay, we haven't hit our program targets. Come in and take a look at the data, and if we have time, we'll rerun the program.
Do I think I'll be back in F1 Creator Series at any point? I hope so. I'd like to be. Need to perhaps prove my competitiveness in F2. I'd like to be back in F1 Creator Series, even just purely for the exposure point of view. Liam, thank you for the follow, mate. Welcome to the channel. Am I gonna have time? We're still out on inters. Tire compound unavailable. Why is my soft unavailable? What? Unsuitable tyre. No! Let me go out on it! Oh, bloody hell. I might get some in. You might just be able to get 3 and then return to garage.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
I'll be able to get some of the side objectives, if not the main one. What are they? Clean lap, DRS all zones, conserve fuel. We can get some. G4 your own two. You can do both either, Aaron. The driver career this year where you race as either a real life driver or your own created driver in a real team has had a lot of new mechanics added this year. There is also a creator team style career mode called My Team, like Ad says, where you can create your own team and livery and get sponsors and this, that, the other. But that hasn't had any updates to the game mode. But if you've not played F1 before, then it will still feel brand new to you. And it's fantastic. It just obviously hasn't been updated for 3 or 4 years. But it's still a very good and very fun game mode. We will be doing a My Team later in year. got all 3 of the development boosts at least. It's not going to get the resource points.
30 seconds left in the session.
Tyre wear is very high though. On the soft, I don't suppose that's too much of a surprise, being where we are, but still. Yep, exclamation mark sale adds. If you wanted to get it on PC, then you can do so at a discount, an even bigger discount, or not a bigger discount, but you can get it at a discount and it would help me out as well. 40% off I think it is, Champions Edition on PC. FM is also on sale, the PC version on Fanatical at a significant discount, and I can get you a discount on that with the code Chesnoid. Had F109 on the Wii. Not as many resource points acquired here because it was a sprint qualifying session and was also a sprint qualifying session where it rained for the majority of it. So I wasn't able to maximise my practice programme. So only 195 resource points there. Doesn't really help that much. We will have gotten enough there to upgrade something or protect something for next season. I do need to change my components though before heading to sprint qualifying because obviously we run some slightly worn ones in practice. So by slightly, I mean very worn ones in practice. And I would like ones that actually offer me a significant performance advantage or boost for quali. So sprint quali, which is now being patched, by the way. Sprint quali now has the correct tyre allocation for each qualifying session rather than the incorrect tyre allocation as prior to the patch, which is good news. I've updated my parts. I forgot to do my specialists, but hopefully we can still achieve the goals that it's assigned for me, and fingers crossed we can qualify well as well, although I'd be more concerned about qualifying well in actual qualifying than I am in sprint qualifying. No, Hoggy, sorry, pal.
It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
Right. Do I do one run or do I do two? Might as well do two. Because the mediums should last, won't they? know as I have a favourite track, to be honest, Hughes. I certainly have a few least favourite tracks. I don't know as I have one that is like an out-and-out favourite. Yeah, one set of mediums for this session, another set of mediums for the next session, and then a set of softs for Q3 if you make it. SQ3, should I say, obviously, with this being sprint qualifying. Oh, round she goes. Well, there goes this lap in terms of competitiveness, but let's still set a banker.
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm going to stay there, Mark, to be honest. I don't feel at one around here at all. What's the command for big announcement? What do you mean, Trip? What do you mean? We're streaming something special a little bit later on.
All set. We're
I can
ready
tell
to
you
go.
what it is
So let's
at
get the car out
midday.
to the track.
Went fucking embargo lifts. I'll tell you what I haven't done. I'll tell you what I haven't done. Put my heart rate monitor on. Let's do that, shall we? No Cambridge save today, Ben. Exclamation mark plan gives you the command to let you know what's coming in any given stream. Plus the title of the stream. Put it on upside down. You twatches. Something special, isn't that, Mr. Tumble? No comment. Tell you one thing, Jude ain't watching Mr. fucking Tumble. Hogwarts Legacy was a lot of fun, Aaron. I've only played a little bit of it. Right, open the app. Scan. 80. But it doesn't stay at 80. That's the wrong fucking controller, Chase, you tit. Hello, Gold Machine, how are you, mate?
Okay, I'm afraid we've been pushed down to P16.
I've got to look after the tyres on this outlet. Very careful through this first sector. Yeah, like if you enjoy Harry Potter and you enjoy that universe rather than specifically just the Harry Potter story, then Hogwarts Legacy is a dream come true, really. I'm pretty sure we got rave reviews as well, right? Everyone that enjoys Harry Potter has loved Hogwarts Legacy. I am posting on YouTube, Dara. Yes, we've got videos recorded for up to and including Monday for the Cambridge save. We're just not recording any more today. Alright, come on. Need a good lap, Tez. Oh, great start to it. Alright. Still faster than we started the last lap there, apparently. Keep getting that kick of oversteer at certain parts of the track, really annoying. It's unpredictable as well. Got it there as well. I don't know if you can quite see it by just watching, but certainly I can feel it. Oh, a little kick, but to the line. P11. Well, that's a refreshing turn of events. We've been P17 in at least the last 2 qualifying sessions. This is obviously only sprint quali, but still, to show that level of pace on a medium tyre is actually quite promising. I'm pleased with that, and very close indeed to the top 10. Very close. Less than half a second off Oscar Piastri, McLaren P1. No real shocks in the bottom 5. Kevin just manages to avoid it. Okay, into the next session we go then. Good. Thank you for the follow, Wen. The car is very loose, yeah. It's always like that around this track. I don't know why. I don't really know. Oh, they're doing a standalone Quidditch game, are they? I presume it's coming from the same developer. That'll go down really well. I can't remember who develops. Is it Portal Games? Develops Hogwarts Legacy? Portkey Games? Not necessarily on the racing line there, too. Wait, nope. Oh, it's Avalanche Studios, is it? Oh, I didn't actually end up watching the PlayStation and Xbox showcases. I need to somehow find the time to go and watch them. Like an hour to an hour and a half each, right? It's just always so much stuff to watch and never enough time to watch it in. Only just found the time to catch up on Star Wars Acolyte. $32.9 is better than we did in the first session, I think. Oh, I was right with Portkey. Portkey Games. For sim racing, I'd say the best is a wheel and pedal setup when. But for games like Formula 1, you can be just as competitive on a controller. Everyone's gone out again already. Oh, there's only 3 minutes left in the bloody session. Where are we? P-bloody-8. P-bloody-8, lads! Oh, never mind. Shoulder clip. Yeah, they must have had a rather slow first lap then.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Oh, hang on. Just need to respond to Andrew about the spreadsheet. Just drop me a message. This is a question I can ask you guys. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move some money from the transfer budget into the wage budget, aren't we? But then when it comes, let me get the spreadsheet up so it'll be easier to show you this. So at the minute, this is our current wage budget in the FC save, and in the next season, our wage budget for the following season is derived from our finishing position the season before. Now, we're going to move some money from the transfer budget into the wage budget. However, we need to know whether next season's wage budget should be derived from the original wage budget or the newly inflated wage budget. I think, because in theory the money is there, isn't it? I think it should be from the inflated, or do we reset each season and then maybe have to move some transfer budget into wage budget, and that gives us a tighter remit on finances. The 100% means 100% race distance when. So we do the full length Grand Prix rather than a 50% length Grand Prix or a 25% Grand Prix. So we do the full length weekend. I would lean towards the original budget. Would you? I think that's what we'll do. So rather than say I move £2 million from my transfer budget into my wage budget here, that would increase my wage budget by about 40 grand. I don't think I want to carry that over to the next season. I think if we inflate our wage budget, then that should be for that season only, because we're spending money that is available that season that might not necessarily be available the next season. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I think we'll do it that way. Right. Haas is fun, yes. Oh, Haas fan? No, not particularly. Sorry, I read that as Haas fun. I don't really support any team. I just enjoy the sport. Formula One's not as tribal for me. Football, very much. I support a team and follow that team and want that team to do well. In Formula One, I just enjoy good racing. Haas just so happened to be the team that we've chosen for this save, but we will be moving at some point from Haas. We're not going to be at Haas the whole time. I'm not sure about retiring kit numbers. Don't know as Cambridge have any retired kit numbers in real life. So I don't think we will.
That's P13, P13.
Not much of an improvement here between the first run and the second run. But enough of an improvement, maybe? Oh, it's P11 again. What a tease. Well, P11 is significantly better than P12. And that is us then not using the soft set for SQ3. But I don't imagine we get to use that set any further along in the weekend. Very close, actually, to getting through. Kevin was only a couple of tenths behind me as well. Again, no real shocks in those that get knocked out. Both Mercedes, Red Bull, Aston Martin, McLarens and Ferrari are through as the top 5 teams. And then effectively it's us next, which is basically where we are in the performance index. That's probably the most on-point qualifying session we've had for a little while, really. With both drivers maximising the package rather than one of us underperforming in qualifying but doing better in racing, I suppose. Well, racing is what's next. Time for the sprint race. After I've done a pee. Because my bladder's going to explode. Right, I'll be back in a moment. BRB. Hello, it me. Remember watching the Chelsea save in FIFA 18. Wow. That was probably just as I was coming out of my peak as a YouTuber in FIFA 18. 17, 18 was probably 16, 17, 18 was probably when I was at my peak, I'd have said. Turn the music off, just there you go. Right, let's go sprint racing. Okay. Doo-doo-be-doo. Hello, Ramdoc, how are you, mate? Just back from a job interview that went well. Nice, GG's, dude. Time to sit down and watch an F1 masterclass. Masterclass? Not so sure. Formula 1, yes. Masterclass? I don't know. You failed 2 modules by 0.5 marks to have to resit the exams for both of them. Ouch. Feel free to at me in a tweet, Ben, for the Grimsby goalkeeper kit. That's Ramdog resubscribing for a 4th month. F1 Masterclass indeed. I think you're mistaken.
Off the back of
we don't need to show the grid for sprint race.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which
I've forgotten about that.
Extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got fans.
Talk about putting the pressure on. It should just be mediums from start to end. Although they might be quite warm.
Here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them.
My personalised tyre wear supposedly is actually a little bit worse. That's not great. Only by maybe 1% across the entire stint. 19 laps on medium tyres. Okay. Well, let's do 1.5 laps worth of extra fuel. And then however much fuel we have left, we can times by 3 for the full race. So at least we get to do the fuel calculation here. But all right. I mean, P11 to P8 is doable, although there are some very fast cars in front of us.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears. So go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
No, my controller settings are just default, Ramdog. I say default. They're all set to 0. I think by default, actually, a couple of the things, if I go to there and I enable that and go edit, if you go to the calibration, yeah, by default, the brake linearity is up at 25. I drop that to 0. That's the only change I make to the settings. For F2 cars, I also up the steering rate from 100% to 140%, but that's it. Brandon's up late again. Hello, mate. How are we, sir? Thank you for joining us again from Sydney. Appreciate it, dude. What, 11 hours ahead? Something like that in Sydney? Maybe 10 hours at the moment?
Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
Oh, it's only 9:25, is it, on the east coast? Nice. Or south coast, I guess, technically. Southeast coast. Are you in Newcastle, Luke? I know you're a Jets fan, but are you in Newcastle on the East Coast? Newcastle's on the East Coast, right? Near the Gold Coast. I might be mistaken with that. My Australian geography is not necessarily the one. I don't play ACC, no. I've dabbled in a little bit of iRacing, but that's it, really. Newcastle, Australia trip. You are in Newcastle. Right, we are, in theory, best of the rest here. Because the 10 cars in front, throughout 5 different teams, are all supposedly much quicker than us. But with a decent start and some good defending, who knows what we... Jesus Christ, Esteban Ocon! Lightning! Who knows what we couldn't achieve here. Might get the elbows out a little bit into turn 1 as well. We've done exactly that. A little bit of a rubbing his racing with Carlos Sainz, who's going to hold that P10. They're not quite as rapid through Sector 1 as I thought they would be. Esteban Ocon's alongside me, or at least he was. He's not anymore. Well, I don't know whether we stand any chance of moving forward from here, or whether I'm just going to be defending. That is a lock-up from Lewis Hamilton. And if I'd have been on a slightly different line, I might maybe have been able to take advantage of that. But he's caused a big gap already. He's been overtaken by, presumably, Sergio Perez as the second of the Red Bulls. Unless it was Perez that locked up, I'm not sure. I might go for a bit of a dive on Sainz here. No, I'm going to back out of it. Oh, Russell's now locked up. Everyone's at it. Cold tyres here with the overcast conditions, and people are not able to stop the car in the manner that they would like to. Almost caused 2 crashes in the first half a lap, both Mercedes, but so far so good. Everyone's car is intact, and the positions, at least for me, remain the same.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
2% wear per lap on a medium set isn't bad, although that is from cold. And on lighter fuel, obviously.
Use that overtake button a bit more.
On effectively a third the race fuel that will carry for the main Grand Prix. So this is more like a final stint of a race on a medium set rather than what we'd actually expect from the wear at the beginning of the full main Grand Prix. So maybe we won't draw too many conclusions from the way that the tyres wear here. At least maybe we can understand how much we might get out of a medium stint at the end of the race. 57 lap Grand Prix here, I think. The sprint is 19, then that would imply 57 laps, wouldn't it? 57 or 58, one of the two, depending on where the 300-kilometre mark actually falls. Oh, we're competitive enough for the minute. I'm not really threatened from behind, and I feel like I can keep Carlos Sainz in check here. And yeah, tyres are wearing okay. Alright, then there might be a point or two in this if we can make some moves forward at some point. We've got 17 laps remaining to get ourselves from P11 to P8. Yeah, they're significantly less competitive through the first sector than I thought they would be. And than they were last year. Either that or I've just got more grip this year than I did last year. And am better at this track than I was. I am surprised that we've been as competitive as we have been so far anyway. here at COTA, because it's not a track historically that I've been that strong at. But it's a welcome surprise. Ah, yes, it's gone 12 o'clock, isn't it? Yes, Jay Fitz. Once we've finished this Grand Prix weekend, we will be playing F1 Manager, the upcoming F1 Manager, for a little bit this afternoon. Very much looking forward to that. Haha, Jamie. We fooled you. No RTG today, Joey, no. Exclamation mark plan tells you everything you need to know about what's coming in any given stream. The schedule does read FC for today, but that's only because I didn't know they delayed the embargo for F1 Manager, so I wasn't sure when we were going to get the opportunity to play it. And I obviously wasn't allowed to announce that I'm playing it until this afternoon, so I couldn't have put it in the schedule anyway. I could edit the schedule, I guess, to read F1 Manager now. Let's do that. Can I edit the schedule? Today's July 5th. Let's change that. F1 Manager. Manager 24. Save. Haha! That Goy, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Yeah, Tom was a little bit naughty there. I might put a tweet out just so people know that it's coming. Tom gave it away. Yeah, naughty boy. Really able to make any inroads on science at the minute. They are fighting in front though, so that should hopefully gain us some time. Fighting quite hard, in fact. Checo and Lewis Hamilton, I think, going wheel to wheel. Getting quite a bit of trouble trying to put the power down. And a lot of wheel spin. That was terrible, Jess. not necessarily due specifically to Silverstone Mega, but there is no Creator Series this week. We've got a break week. Got a bit of a run on Carlos Sainz here. He's gone to go defensive. We'll try to sweep round the outside the Ferrari if we can. The man whose seat we might be taking next season in this save. Never mind. He got great drive out of the left-hander and just quite simply took the position back again. Can I maybe try this Fernando Alonso-esque move? Yeah, we can. And we'll get it done too. Hallelujah. What a move that was. Slightly risky, but really pleased to get that done. Now I need to make sure we stick with Lance Stroll here, if we can. We're not going to have DRS down the main straight, but hopefully through the first sector we can keep tabs with those in front. 10% wear on the rear left, 9% everywhere else. Wear is still very manageable at the moment, and hopefully it won't be too long before we're trying to get ourselves up into P9. If any of you are planning on picking up F1 Manager 24 on PC, do hold fire on your pre-order, because I should be able to get you a discount on Fanatical. I was thinking about it. Not got the balls. Oh, Jesus Christ. Out of nowhere. It does that quite a lot around here for some reason. I don't really know why. The back end is just spinning. It wasn't even like it was on the crest of the hill either. It just decided it wanted to go. Frontier Games make the F1 Manager games. Frontier. As in the final frontier, spelling-wise. Space. The final frontier. know what that's from. Really slow out the final turn. It's costing me time on those in front, and rather evidently, now we're positioned to Carlos Sainz as well. Well, back down to P11 again. At the moment, I don't know really, as the sprint race is going to see us get any more further forward than 10th or 11th. It might be minimal highlights from the sprint race, which I guess makes things easier for Chris in editing, but means it's not quite going to be as long a video as potentially it could be. It's fine, I'm sure it'll still be, it's a sprint weekend, I'm sure it'll still be close to an hour. See if we can maybe get Carlos Sainz back again. We should be relatively competitive with him whilst we have DRS and he doesn't have DRS on the cars in front. I'd be perhaps curious if we don't attack Carlos Sainz just for a couple of laps to see if maybe we can hang on to the back of him and he might close us up on Stroll and Co in front. Because Sainz might just be faster than me around the majority of the lap, but not a full second faster than me so that he can pull out a DRS range. So we might try and be a little bit sneaky here. It's about 2.1 seconds currently, the gap between Sainz and Stroll. We'll see how that develops throughout the course of the next couple of laps. Obviously, if I feel like I'm going to drop out of DRS range of Carlos Sainz, then I will just make sure that I overtake him.
These tyres need to go the distance.
They do indeed. It should be good to do so. They'll be worn at the end, very worn, but they'll be good to go the distance. Cannot get the run out of there. It's not that I'm not getting it right. That time I didn't get it right. It's not like I'm not getting it right most laps. It's just that they're faster than me through there. I think they're able to just take it flat, whereas I'm not. Red flag, Yuki in the gravel. Oh, it's FP1 right now, isn't it?
Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
This might be a 3-stop race, you know, for the full Grand Prix. These mediums are going to wear this much. Might be a medium, medium, hard, soft or something like that. Potentially. What corner was it, Zach? Where did he do it? Where on track? I'll just have that in front of me so I can actually see what's going on. Oh, Andrew's literally already done the spreadsheet, heading through Luffield. Oh, Ben, you tweeted me the thingy. Let me open that in a new tab. Oh God! So I was just sick of my mouth a little bit. What in... That's literally what I just thought. Oh, that's hideous. God. Yes, Aaron. The overtake button gives you more battery power. Like a boost button almost. F1 Managed comes out on the 27th of July, I believe. I'll double check my email a little later before we head on to it, so I can give you guys the rundown. So full disclosure, I've not been paid to play the game. I've just been very kindly gifted a version early to give you guys a bit of early access. The 23rd might be for the deluxe edition. Thanes, thank you for the follow, Dart. Welcome to the channel, mate. Maybe the 23rd is preload then, perhaps? I don't know. We'll look into it. July 23rd. Okay. 27th was the date I had in my head. Might be console a week later. You might well be right though. Seeing if you could just lift around turn 19 rather than brake, but no, it does need a little dab of the brakes. fastest in line. Come back here, please. Okay then. You're off to Monaco this week, are you, Reese? Nice. Enjoy it, dude. For any particular reason, or just enjoying a trip to Monaco? Close back up to Carlos. Used quite a bit of battery in it. Okay, I'm struggling with the rears now. Only 13 laps in as well. It's definitely going to be a three-stop race. You're off to Monaco also. It's a huge swingers fest. Must be doing the same thing. You're in Southeast France this week. That's the reason. And apparently you've got something waiting. Oh. Yeah, I don't know where the 27th came from then. To progress to winning championships, you can either move to a better team, Aaron, but as you progress through the career mode, you can upgrade the car in various different areas. The powertrain, engine and all assorted parts, associated parts, the chassis and the aerodynamics. You could upgrade your car as you progress through. So you could, in theory, take the worst car and over time make it the best car. Or you could just try and get a move to the best team. Or just start with the best team. Because you can select where you start.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
I'm already catching quick enough though, am I? Not really much for Chris to do at the minute, is there, for this sprint race? So, oh, we started, then we overtook Sainz, then Sainz overtook me, the end. Unless Esteban Ocon decides to get fruity in the final few laps, which he may well do. %30 wear. Tyre wear is so high around here. Here comes Ocon, actually. I'm sure it's going to be a three-stop race. definitely going to be a 3-stop race. Excuse me, Esteban. That's my 11th place, thank you very much. Go away. Fighting hard. Not really much has happened to this point in the sprint race, really. We started. We went up a position, down a position, then went up a position and down a position, and up a position and down a position. And there's kind of it, really. Not much to show you from this sprint race, I don't think. But all told, we're quite competitive. Not madly competitive, but more competitive, I feel, than we were in the last 2 races. We had to have significant fortune to get the decent finishes in Singapore and Azerbaijan, whereas here, I think we might be challenging for points, or at least having a go at challenging for points, just on outright pace rather than through circumstance like it was in the last 2 races. We're not going to need Charles Leclerc to cause a safety car for us to maybe get a point or 2 in the next Grand Prix. When it arrives later on in the video. Carlos Sainz has been able to get away from me here, though I haven't quite been able to live with the pace. I don't know whether I've not been able to live with the pace. I've made more mistakes than perhaps I should do with the worn tyres, is probably more accurate. I've been more inconsistent with my pace and my lap times. If I can work on that for the full Grand Prix, probably pit earlier than now for a new set of tyres as well throughout the course of the race. I think it's probably going to be a medium, hard, soft, or medium, soft for the full Grand Prix. It's a race of attrition for the tyres. They really do get worked to the absolute limit around here. And sometimes past the limit, as you can quite clearly see there. That was a bit more Tokyo Drift than it was Grand Prix racing. But they're quite warm as well now. Yeah, into the hundreds in the rear. I'm definitely more concerned about Esteban Ocon at the moment than I am Carlos Sainz. 3 laps to go.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.3 seconds.
Okay. Oh, Vixen Silverstone, is he? Bollocks. Too busy reading chat, talking to Jamie, not paying attention to where Esteban Ocon was. Down to P12 with 2 laps to go. Hopefully we can get that back again with DRS down the big straight, but this is where my slightly worse tyre wear compared to everyone else is actually showing itself here. They've got better traction than me at this stage of the stint, meaning that they're able to pull away, or at least keep themselves with me and be competitive behind. A little lock up from Esteban Ocon, a little bit of wheel spin there, a little puff of smoke. With DRS and DRS, we might be able to take him here. I might save battery and just try and do it on the last lap rather than run the risk of taking him now and then have him just take me back next lap. So we'll try and have a strong end to the lap, a strong start to the next one, make as few mistakes as possible, and then take Esteban Ocon into turn 12 at the end of the straight on the final lap.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
It's a long straight, but we were nearly the full second behind Esteban Ocon. Holy moly, he's run out of battery though. He's gone defensive. He's flown into the braking zone and then cut me off at the apex. That was a bit rude, Esteban. I might try to you what I did to Carlos Sainz earlier into this left-hander. If I can just get a decent exit here, which we have gotten. I'll dive up the inside, and I'm going to get rude on the apex this time, Mr. Ocon. Thank you. Yes, P11. We will have P11. We qualified P11. We went up to 10th. We went down to 12th. We finish P11. Fernando Alonso wins the sprint though. Congratulations to him. Got the win in Spa as well, was it? Fernando Alonso? He might even have won the last one as well. I can't recall. But Fernando Alonso with another strong result for himself and Aston Martin. P11 for us then in the sprint race, which would be really frustrating if it were the main race because we'd be one position away from points. But in a sprint, we're 3 places away from points, so not too much of a to-do. What we do have to do is go to full qualifying now. And maybe not be P11 by the end of the session like we have been in the past 3.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come.
Definitely won yesterday, did you, Ben? There you go. Thank you for confirming. Can confirm Fernando Alonso won in Singapore. Max came third. I think the title might be over very soon though. So 25.50, well 26.52, 73. No, 78, 98, 103, 103, 131. Max could win the championship this weekend. Although my brain isn't entirely sure. You can change parts between sprint and quali, can't you, I think? So I might put a new gearbox in. I'd be tempted to put a new ICE in as well, but I don't think I will. Not yet. Maybe for Vegas. Put an new MGUH in.
It's a United States.
One of the great things about having what you would call a selective memory.
So what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA.
Is that part of the autism, Ben? Just you've got a very good memory for certain things. Oh, that's intriguing. I don't know whether that's... Should that be a thing? Should I be allowed to carry my SQ3 soft tyre through to main qualifying? Or is that a bug that needs addressing? I thought so, Ben. I don't know. I don't know what the ruling is. If it... I'll just question it. I'll question it. F1. Let me add a picture as well. Pictures. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it is. I don't think I should have access to that. I don't think. I might be wrong, but I don't think. This says recommended for sprint. Or is that? Oh, actually no. It's the set of softs that were available for the sprint race. I don't know what the ruling is. I'm just going to go and have a quick toilet break, and then we will do qualifying. BRB lads, appreciate your patience. I'm going to cool the office down as well with a fan, if you don't mind. Not that you can hear it, because I'm going to mute the mic. Lol. Ayo. Reese, thank you for the follow, mate. Still got an F1 Manager 23 keyboard set up there. I could probably give away. Stop the music, Jess. I guess I just am able to use that. Do I use that set? If I can use that set for the race. I didn't pause. What do you mean I didn't pause? No, I did this, didn't I? If you do this, the timer stops. Because it still says 17 minutes, 7 seconds. Oh, never mind then. I'll just use this set, and then the quali set will become available in the race anyway, won't it? Because it says 19 laps for the softs, which means they're probably only going to last about 10. Do I change anything? No, I'm gonna leave it as is. Is there a greater sight than Formula 1 cars going around Silverstone? I don't think so. That's fine. Soft tyres do feel good though. Grippy boys.
Down to P17.
It's because I haven't set a lap yet, mate. Oh, slap bang with my teammate again. Right next to Kev. Slalom's up the wazoo, yeah. The first sector is a challenge, to say the least. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be P11 again. 13, okay. Oh, when's the rain coming? That's a good question. It's still sunny for now. It says rain in 15 minutes. I might go out slightly early then. On that set. I should have used the Q3 set really, shouldn't I? Or I should use the Q3 set at some point. Because I'm not going to get to Q3, so I'll use the Q3 set in Q2. If we get to Q2. Well, it now says weather now rain. When to go out. I want to get the best of the track conditions, but I also don't want to miss the dry weather. I'm going to go out now. But then I might get caught with everyone else. I'm just going to go out now.
Car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Hope that we don't encounter traffic. If I go out early enough, I should be able to get out, get round, and then start my flying lap before everyone else comes out. This is a risk, but it's a risk we're going to take.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
See, if the rain's coming, I'm not going to need those soft tyres anyway, am I? Because it's going to be bloody raining. The SQ3 tyres.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, see, that's significantly later than expected then. Well, actually, it's not really. On the overall forecast, it did say it was coming right at the very end of the session. But on the in-garage menu, it said it was going to start raining in 5 minutes' time. In fact, it said weather now, cloud with some rain coming out of it. I don't want to disagree too wholeheartedly with the technicians, but it's definitely not raining right now. So we've taken a risk by... Oh, that's terrible. Taken a risk by coming out so early for this final run. Hopefully, it doesn't bite us in the bum.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. That's P13.
So we've done this slightly backwards to how we normally do it, i.e. I've come out significantly earlier than everybody else, rather than being the last man over the line, because we weren't sure when the rain was coming. So my lap now puts me P5, but only because track evolution is so high here. So now we basically have to wait for everybody else to finish their laps to find out whether we will actually make it through to Q2 or not. I'm fully expecting to be close to being knocked out, but I feel like that was actually a half decent lap that we just put in. So I'm going to try and just coast home, protect the tyres that I've got on, because we may well need them in the race or in a later qualifying session. and try my best not to get in anyone else's way throughout the course of their laps as they now all start their qualifying sessions or qualifying final runs. There's a Ferrari, a Red Bull and an Aston Martin still in the garage, so one imagines that they are pretty comfortable with their laps. You imagine that would be Lance Stroll actually in P3. He's pulled something out the bag there, hasn't he? Carlos Sainz maybe is the further forward Ferrari, as Leclerc is currently in 7th. And then maybe Max Verstappen, because Perez is 6th and you presume Max is in the top 2. There's definitely some clouds arriving, isn't there? It's getting more and more overcast. There may be one run in the dry at the beginning of Q2, and then we might be into wet weather running from the end of Q2 onwards. So you might actually be better served by running a brand new set at the beginning of Q2 rather than trying to save a set for the end of Q2, because by the time you get to the end of Q2 it might be wet. Now they are closing in on me here. I should just be able to get back to the pits before they catch me up. It's a Williams first. We will box this lap, and then we will just have to pray, watch the times come in, and hope that we are still fast enough to make it into Q2. I don't know yet. The tension isn't killing me because it's not a major session, but I still would very much like to be into Q2 for the first time in 3 or 4 races. So let's see. Well, the Williams across line, it still says P5 on my dashboard. Another one across line now says P6, as I think that was all P11. All right, we're tumbling, but are we tumbling enough? No, we are not. P11 is where we end up finishing. Something about P11 here, isn't it? But that means we're through to Q2 and have the opportunity to go again in the next session. Again, P11 for me, and K-Mag P13. Again, it's the top 5 teams in the top 5 spots, and we miss out in a top 10 by 2 milliseconds to Carlos Sainz. No shocks in the bottom 5, and we go again. Quickly pause that. Just had a name up. Okay. Okay. I do need to get out quick, you're right. That's why I paused it. Right, the rain is supposedly here now. It's already intermediate running. Kevin is out on inters. Although, supposedly, by the time we get out and round, it is going to be intermediate running, isn't it? I'm not going to get the chance to go out on a soft set here. It's intermediate tyres, which means we'll have plenty of softs for the race. I could have filled up for multiple runs. We'll just do one and see where we are and then put a fresh set on. It's the braking braking and traction in the rain, I feel, is so much worse for the user than it is for the other AI. When you brake, it sounds like you're locking up, but you're not. You get a lot of tyre squirrel. And traction is really odd.
update, we've been pushed down to P13.
I'm at 20% throttle, 30% throttle, and the back end's like, whee! Horrendous. I'm definitely going to be P15 here, I'll tell you that much. 4-3. Of course I'm P11. Oh, P13 now. We'll go out on a fresh set. I don't think fueling up for multiple runs is actually going to make that much of a difference.
Current conditions.
I'm so far off the pace in wet weather, I don't know why. It'll be a bit of a giveaway for a title though, wouldn't it, Ben? I really struggle in the wet. Like, significantly so. Mainly for traction. What do you have traction control off as well, don't you, Ads? Yeah, maybe we just get a feel of the track. Put some extra kilos in. Maybe a short shift here and there might actually help, I don't know. It's so much better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
It could be a bit of baiting, but people might presume that I finished P11 after seeing that title and then not click the video. That would be my only concern. I mean, it's significantly wetter now than it was at the beginning, so I think actually we're just not going to get any faster lap times now. I don't know what I'd put it down to be honest. Yeah, it's only worse in wet weather.
We've dropped to P15.
I wouldn't mind it so much if the AI had similar level struggles to me, but they just don't seem to have any issues putting the power down whatsoever. I'd say maybe setup related if it weren't happening at every track. If it was only track words. If it was track specific, I'd say yeah, maybe it's setup related, but it's not. Every track, every race in the rain is just an absolute skid fest. When the AI are just glued to the road. Like, I get I should have less grip, but it feels like you're driving on ice. On even a slightly damp intermediate track. Let alone now, when quite clearly the track is significantly slower. I just can't drive in the rain on this game. Competitively, anyway.
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
They're still much stronger in the race as well, though. Just look at Monza. The Monza race we had. Just going to let Norris run his
2 minutes remaining in the session. We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying. Come on.
We're gonna have to drive quite hard just to make it to the line. Yeah. To be able to do another lap. Not that it's going to matter doing another lap, because quite clearly no one's going to improve because it's raining so much harder. I think it's a mixture of I'm terrible in the rain and the AI are really strong in the rain. So you can't get the power down, whereas they just go.
Forecasts suggest the rain's going to be lightening up over the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. You should start finding more grip as we clear the standing water.
Yeah, that's not going to help though, is it really? Well, we did our first lap when it was slightly raining, and then we came out to do a second run on fresh tyres, and it's raining significantly more. Lando's not even completing his fast lap. I'm not going to complete my second fast lap because you can tell from the Delta how slow we are, and it will be a P15 start for me here. But as you can tell, I'm not the only one to get caught out by the weather. Alonso, Norris, Russell, all out in Q2. K-Mag will start P11, so there's still a Haas in P11, it's just not this Haas in P11. We will start P15, and thank the Lord it's a fully dry race, because in the rain on this game, I'm terrible, and the AI are super strong. It's a mixture of the both, which means I'm probably a second slower to where I ordinarily would be, competitiveness-wise, with the AI on this current difficulty, so... thankfully, fully dry Grand Prix on the way. Otherwise, it would be me in the mud as it was in Monza. Thankfully, mud-free. I hope. Anyway, thanks for the follow, Venomous Spooder. Oh my god, a Spooder. I don't like Spooders. They scare me. So many M's. M's? What do you mean, M's? Yeah, it is hard to copy in quali, isn't it? Because you have to be so specific with your lap time. Fire away, ads. Fire away, sir. Me in the mud in Monza. All right, yeah, Fizz. Mud in Monza. I am indeed going to be live next Wednesday, as yes, for your cake day. Wow, really, Daniel? My midweek day off next week's going to be Thursday. I think Thursday and Sunday I'm off next week. Really? What, hard, medium, one-stopper is what it recommends, Daniel? That is a surprise. Considering the hard tyre is so much slower.
Here we are then. It's time to take
Let
a
me
look at our
guess.
starting grid for today's
Max
race.
Verstappen on pole?
Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position.
Pierre Gasly? Oh, look at that. A 32 flat compared to a 43.2. Pierre got a dry lap in right at the very, 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 very end of Q3.
Hamilton.
Wow. GG, sir. That's like, was it Alonso in Hungary years ago at McLaren when he got a dry lap in and everyone else was in the wet?
Wood.
I start P15. That is a dub for Pierre Gasly. Although he's probably going to tumble from there. But GG, mate. Wow, what a turn up for the books. That is a real surprise for pole position.
Mate, try your best. With a bit of luck, we might just get that points finish.
It reckons that it's a one-stop. I don't think so. I'm going to two-stop, thanks. Is everyone else medium? Oh, there are some on medium, some on softs. Nobody's on a hard. Okay. That makes it difficult for me to know what exactly to do. We might start on the medium like everyone else and swap. We'll run this strategy. Start on the medium like everyone else. Hang on. And then run the hard tyre in the middle. And then the soft tyre at the end still. And just try and figure out where's the best place to put this. 14 lap stint on the softs. The softs are going to be so dead by then. Okay, so 19, 23, 14. That's what we're going to do. And it reckons I need an extra 3 laps worth of fuel. I didn't actually check the fuel from the sprint race. That's annoying. I'll take that for golden. I'm not going to take a risk here because we're going to be doing an extra pit stop to, we presume, most other drivers. Or those that, although those that are starting on a soft here will definitely have to do 2 stops. I don't think they'll be soft harding. So Kevin Lando, Valtteri and Daniel Ricciardo will presumably be doing 2 stops. And I imagine everyone else is doing 1. But multiple strategies at play here. We will medium, hard, soft and pray for the best. Although safety cars could throw, of course, a massive curveball into the mix. Right, predicciones. We start P15. So actually we're starting slightly higher than we have done in the previous couple of races. So I will say, will I make it to the points or not? P10 or higher, P11 or lower. And then you guys can have your say in the prediction, can't you? Ah, mate. In training, Mamadou Joe was ruptured his ACL. Sucks. It's going to be a big year for him, I thought. Please tell me everyone said Cambridge for this. Yes. Yes. No. years. I don't even think the kit man is associated with Cambridge at all. Just happens to be the best fucking kit in League One. Oh god, that third kit's so fucking sexy. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway. Lando P1 after practice. Oh. An ACL is normally about 7 months, yeah. 7 to 9 months. I don't know whether a rupture is actually better than a tear or worse than a tear in terms of a recovery time. Perhaps you guys could
Okay, so let's
enlighten
go
me.
through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into
A rupture means it, like a tear is obviously a tear where the ligament has torn, but isn't a rupture where the ligament comes away from the joint? Might be
the tyres
incorrect
and
with that.
brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently
Ipswich
expected.
kit releases tomorrow, does it, Staffy? Wonder what they're going to do for their first season back in the Prem. Brake dragging doesn't work this year, does it, for what tyre warm-up? No.
Okay, so not an ideal parking spot, but let's try and get a good launch upon the race start.
Okay. Lol, well, that's some cold tyres for me then. Now with so many, well not so many, I'll start that again. With 3 cars in front of us considerably out of position compared to their regular performance levels, what a start by the way, we might actually find that we can maybe follow them through a little bit. I might try running outside here, it's not really going to work. Norris on softs is going to be super quick. That's a great start for us. We've jumped Alonso and Russell right at the off. Lando's past Tsunoda as well. A little bit of tunnel vision here, can't really get caught up in that. Just follow the leader through Sector 1 mainly, unless you're offline, like I am, in which case you're under threat. But Alonso tried, Alonso failed, and Russell has now gotten him instead. Okay, well, 15th to 13th after the first sector, we'll take it. Hoping for points here today. Hi, Yuki. That's P12. Lando, take me with you, pal. Top 10 finish for me, please, today would be lovely. Although we are trying an alternative strategy, so it might not work. An ACL injury may be diagnosed when the ligament is overstretched or torn. The tear may be partial or complete. A complete tear of the ACL is known as an ACL rupture. Oh, it's a complete tear then. So just a straight, like, gone. So it's basically his ACL is snapped. God, that's got to be so fucking perfect. That's when they go like that, when they rupture, they make that horrendous gunshot crack, don't they? The ligament makes a massive crack because there's so much tension in it. Probably shouldn't have paused midway around that turn, but never mind. Strategy is medium, hard, soft, Zach.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Kevin's up to P9. Lots of forward movement from Haas cars in the opening lap. Kev from P11 to P9, me from P15 to P12. Let's keep that going for the full Grand Prix, please. Pierre Gasly is no longer first. I was too busy looking at the minimap, so I was well offline there. Gasly's now second, holding everybody else up through Sector 1. As Max Verstappen pieces out in front. I think Max might be winning this race at this particular moment in time. Although Gasly is going to be particularly vulnerable to DRS now that it's enabled after lap 1. Let's use some battery and stick with those in front, please. Lando on soft tyres is going to want to get a wriggle on in this opening stage of the Grand Prix. So I expect him to get quite aggressive with Ocon here, although Ocon with DRS is able to hold able to hold Lando at bay, which is a surprise. Lando's going to get entirely frustrated behind the Alpine if that continues for more than a couple of laps. Gasly's still P2. Go on, lad. I need to concentrate every time through Sector 1. So I've not gotten it right once yet in race trim. The car is super heavy though. I haven't yet adjusted to driving with the fuller fuel though, he says as he gets to purple Sector 1. Maybe I didn't get it quite so wrong. Alonso still stuck behind. Russell equally. They're going to get frustrated behind Tsunoda the same way that Norris is getting frustrated behind Ocon at the moment. I will use battery here, but there's no point wasting a lot of it because I'm not going to make any moves. Lando thinking about it. Is he going to go for it? He's not. Well, if Lando's not going to make a move, I will try and take the opportunity and make a move of my own. Just like we did in Singapore when a couple of drivers were reluctant to make a move on Pierre Gasly, which seems to be the case again here actually in P2. We might take it into our own hands and get very aggressive with the overtakes ourselves. Alonso is past Tsunoda, so Fernando's not wasting time. Lando definitely is. I really am all over the shop though. Now, Ocon's still very much with K-Mag. Piastri's past Gasly in P2. He's made the move. Do I? It's a hell of a lunge from a long way back, but Lando is being lackadaisical here. He's not getting himself past Esteban Ocon, so I will do it for him. We're P11, because of course we are. I swear to God, if I finish P11 in this race, I'll be fuming. Kevin's on the softs as well. I forgot about that. That'll be why he made a good start. Those soft tyres will not last very long at all, though, especially with a heavy race fuel load. That might be why Lando's struggling to make some progress, because, quite frankly, his tyres are going to be close to 15, nearly 20% by this point already. Even after just 4 laps, they're going to be significantly worn. Use a bit more battery, maybe go for the same move on Esteban here. It's gone defensive. Try and switch to the outside and get a cut switch back if we can. So the outside for this one, it's going to force me right to the edge of the circuit. If I can hold it around the outside, I'll have the inside line for the next turn. Just need good traction here. And we've gotten it. We're past Esteban Ocon. That's a really nice move set up over the course of 3 corners. And we're into the top 10 and into the points. I enjoyed that one quite a lot, to be fair. That's one of the best overtakes we've made all season long so far in round 19. That was particularly nice. One of the most realistic overtakes we've made as well, actually. No DRS, annoyingly. Hopefully we can stick with K-Mag with some battery usage. He's not got DRS either, actually. I think he might do. Go away, Esteban. Leave me alone. He's trying to get it back again. He's going to have it as well, I think. Okay, fine. I'll stay in bloody 11th then. I hate being 11th. No DRS for Esteban though. This should be pretty straightforward. I'm trying not to use too much battery, but we'll use enough to ensure that the move gets done. He's trying to hang it out. Evidently I didn't use enough battery. I thought I had that covered, really. We closed on him massively, and then I think then he switched his battery on as we got towards the second half of the straight. And the speed disparity just levelled itself out. Well defended, Esteban. I'd like to see you do that next lap. He's definitely using a lot of battery to try and stay in front now. From me.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
I'm gonna, Mark. I want P10, and I'm going aggressive for it. Give me that P10 back, please, Esteban. Thank you. I'm just going to get the move done now. No setting it up over 3 corners. Let's get it done in one. One and done. Right, Kevin Magnussen's tyres are definitely going to be hurting now. So we might be able to close the gap on him, hopefully, through this twisty section. He's just got the edge on... Just got the edge on me at the moment. He's going to pull away by about a tenth. I'm quite slow round that triple right-hander for some reason. I don't really know why. Never mind. We are back within DRS range of our teammate. Okay, apparently I'm not. Where's the detection point? Oh, a long way back. Okay. Detection point's before turn 19, and it was through turn 19 that I closed up on him. Fair enough. Try and stay with him then through sector 1. And then have a go at Kevin Magnussen, who's definitely out of DRS range of Lewis Hamilton now. The top 8 are drifting away. Gasly still holding on, though, in P2 with that DRS on Oscar Piastri. Fair play to him. And yeah, Kev's tyres are hurting on lap 8. We're wanting to do the softs at the very end of the race for this exact reason, because they wear so quickly here. If we can get him into 1, then hopefully we can pull away through the whole first sector, provided I get it right. Tyres are pretty warm though. If my tyres are 16% worn already, then his are going to be knackered. Going for the lunge on my teammate. So many different lines you can take through turn 1. Didn't quite get it done. I stopped the car in time, but Kevin was able to get the switch back on me. Fair play. Nicely done. We'll go for it again, either next lap or down the big straight.
Okay, mate. Engine's running very, very hot.
It's really not.
Let's try and keep it cooler.
This will be candy from Baby then. He can use his battery as much as he likes. He's not defending this. We'll go aggressive on him, same way we did on Ocon. I should be able to get it done and then get back over to the racing line. Don't know whether he made that slightly easier for me because we're teammates, or whether that's just how bad the soft tyres wear here. So if we can extend our hard stint at the end of the race, I may well do that to run slightly less laps on the soft tyre. Depends how warm the hards are at that particular moment in time, but we should be able to pull away from Kevin now. DRS might keep him with me for a couple of laps, but over the course of the tight and twisties, hopefully we'll be able to extend the gap. No point wasting battery here too much. Try and extend through the first sector. We've very much been able to do. I'm not quite gotten out of DRS range though, annoyingly. Within a tenth of it, but not quite.
Okay, some information on Norris.
Oh.
Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Well, that's handy. Lando might be able to get that fixed in his pit stop, to be fair. And he will be pitting relatively soon off those soft tyres. But Lando Norris going to be struggling in the short term. He's just behind Esteban Ocon, I think. So Lando's still P12 and now holding up those behind him. Although not for too long, because I think George Russell's just making his way past. Alonso and Russell still back there. I really anticipated Alonso, Russell and Norris to make big strides forward in this first stint, but they just haven't for whatever reason. And Pierre Gasly currently still holding on to a podium position in P3 as well. Alpine are loving life. At the minute, a double points finish for Haas would be fantastic, although no idea how this is going to pan out by the end of the race with the 3-stop strategy for K-Mag and, sorry, 2-stop strategy for K-Mag and myself compared to what we presume is still a 1-stop for everyone else. On lap 11, we're set to pit lap 19, so it's the same distance stint we did in the sprint, although pretty sure I'm going to stop 17 or 18 because these medium tyres are going to have definitely had enough by then.
Okay, we need to push now. Use the overtake button for more power.
There we go. Out of DRS range of Kevin Magnussen, which will make him vulnerable to Esteban Ocon. And you can see it in the rearview mirror that Ocon's going for the move. And Ocon has the move done, I believe. Indeed he does. Kevin not able to hold on for too long against Esteban. The first time that he doesn't have DRS. And he gets taken immediately. Esteban, I anticipate, is faster than me. So I think that gap behind will close quite quickly. Esteban will get back within DRS range on me relatively quickly. The Alpine, for some reason, here has just the edge on us. Might be tyre wear wise. Might be just outright pace, I don't know. But I'm happy in P9 for now. And we're only 3 seconds behind Hamilton. And it's not like it's Gasly holding them all up, because Piastri's the one at the head of the train. Yeah, I'm anticipating the undercut being very strong here, Josh. We are going on to the hard tyre next. So it won't be as much of a undercut. Steady, Mr. Rear End. It's about the time where things got squirrely on me in the sprint, isn't it, really? About 12 or 13 or so.
Ocon's behind you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
Yep.
And the time last lap, 1 minute 37.6.
So Ocon is 1 stopping. We are 2. As in, we are 2 stopping, TWO, not we are 2, TOO. meaning we'll both be going to the hard tyre next. It's just that we'll be doing it earlier than he is. So we have to hope that our undercut on the hard tyre helps us gain time continually throughout the course of that stint, and then hopefully switching to the softs will earn the pit stop lost time back again on that soft tyre. Still not seen the original soft runners pitting yet though, despite it being now lap 14. I think they might be in this lap. We might see Kevin and Lando in this lap for a change of soft tyres to either hard or medium, not sure which. Fernando is challenging Ocon, or was challenging Ocon at least, into turn 1, having gotten past Kevin. Kevin got an RB right behind him, I think. Lando is tumbling now with his issue. Ocon's still just out of DRS range of us, thankfully. There's 3 of them back there. George Russell is part of that trio as well. Staying ahead of that group until the pit stop could be race critical. It might not be, but if we can do it, we will do. Alonso is through. Oh, Ocon is back. Former Alpine teammates giving each other as much as they're getting. Cost each other time as much as you want, lads. Suits me down the ground. Alonso's through. Alright, game over then. Oi, 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 the thumb's hurting already. Holy moly. You found the hard to be strong here, did you? Okay. Hard might be a good race tie here then, maybe. Perhaps. Red bar on the left of the MFD.
Okay, Kevin's in.
What red bar on the left of the MFD? You mean next to the rev counter? Reese. As we suspected, soft runners have gone in this lap, or last lap, lap 14. Oh, I'm all over the place. Fernando Alonso is going to be past me very soon. The whole stay ahead of them until the pit stop thing isn't really going to last more than about a lap, I think. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Although with battery I might be able to hold it. I'm having to drain it, but with battery, using it for most of the straight, I can hold position there. That's good to know. Although I might also have to use it on the straight into turn 1 as well, which might mean I'll have less for the big straight next lap. Basically, Alonso's going to get me at some point in the not too distant future, so don't be surprised when he does. At the moment, I think I might box lap 18 rather than 19. Oh, I keep doing that as well. This is game over. On the exit of the last corner, I keep losing the back end. Done it 2 laps in a row and it's cost me a position now. We'll try and stick with Fernando if we can. Staying in his DRS could help us protect our position for the remainder of this stint, but I am going to have to stick with him, which is easier said than done with my now particularly worn tyres.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Not really wanting to overtake Fernando here. I just want to stick with him to help me defend. Hello? Understeer? What the fuck? Christ. Why it did that last lap, I've absolutely no idea. Or last time, I've no idea.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Chat, when do we box? 17 or 18? I'm going to undercut. Do I undercut by 1 lap or 2? Bearing in mind, we're probably going to have to extend the hard stint the other end as well. So maybe just the 1. Yeah, 18, I think so. I guess whilst I'm still in Fernando's DRS zone, I should probably just keep going, right? Come out 17th when we box, as it stands. That will continue to tumble, though. As those guys that have pit will obviously have fresher tyres.
The car ahead's beginning to pull away. You know what to do.
No, I've got to concentrate through sector 1.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
You mean now, right? Methinks me wants the box now.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Choose battery to defend. Comfortably done. Although I am now back within DRS range of Fernando again. So it's tempting to stay out for another one, but I don't know as I've got it in me. It's just so much quicker around this part of the track, and I don't know why. Every year as well, it's not like it's just this game. I'm still in Fernando's DRS. I'm going to stick for one more lap. We'll box actually on the allotted lap 19.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Rear end again through there. It's going to cost me for the second lap in a row. that one part where you need to get the traction and you just sometimes can't get it. Never mind. Now it says 18th.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Okay, Mark. In we come then for pit stop 1 of 2, even though some are only making the one. Hard tyres please, undercut is a go.
Okay, there seems to have been a problem attaching the right front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us though and finish the race strong.
Good, well there goes the undercut anyway.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
It cost us 2 seconds. You put in all the hard work, all the time and effort to drive in the car, all the brain power into deducing the best possible strategy, to then have a pit stop issue and have it all thrown away. Never mind. We keep going. Lando's down in P19 now. His issue is causing him all sorts of problems.
They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon.
Right, 42 it wants me to box on. If we can, we'll extend to 43 or 4.
Okay, this isn't our true position. They
Oh
haven't
no,
yet pitted
no,
Don't
no,
waste time
no,
fighting.
no!
They should be coming in soon.
Engine blows! First the pit stop issue, then the engine's gone pop. Our first mechanical retirement of the season. We had such hope of a points finish here today, and unfortunately it's come to a very premature end.
True place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get them.
That is gutting. Was that one of the new parts we put in the car failing immediately? I certainly hope not. There wasn't anything that was that worn, really, in the car. Oh, gutted. Absolutely gutted. Who's going to end up winning the Grand Prix then? Oh, Max Verstappen does win the World Championship. We did the math earlier, or tried to do the math earlier, and we thought Max would do it today. And he has, indeed, done exactly that. Congratulations, Max. That's 4 straight World Championships for Max Verstappen now. Who else was on the podium? Did Kevin get points? That's one question I want answered. No. No, Kevin, actually, did he? Because that's including the sprint stuff. Let's have a look. Standings. No. Race. Well, no, he didn't, obviously, because it would say he got points there, wouldn't it? But how close was he was my question. We were 11th in the sprint. He was 13th. He was 13th in the full Grand Prix as well. Pierre Gasly, finished P12 in the end, unfortunately for him. He gave it a hell of a go, but couldn't quite do it. The 2-stoppers didn't have it compared to the 1-stoppers, although I feel like our 2-stop probably could have worked to get us some points today, but unfortunately not. Our first DNF of the season for mechanical reasons. Monza was just, we tried to save the parts. Why does my focus go down quite so much? That doesn't feel like it's fair. Finishing position versus expected -8. I didn't finish, so that feels unfair. Oh mate, that's annoying. Oh, we were hoping to get. Oh, we have actually got the quality assurance. We have actually got the quality assurance perk there now, so we have been able to go up on that side of things. But oh man, how frustrating is that? Let's find out what actually failed then. We should get a resource point boost for it. But That's no real consolation, really, is it? Oh. Sorry. Yeah, 400 extra resource points, but what died? It was the MGUK. That wasn't a brand new one, I don't think. No, 313 laps it had done. So at least it wasn't the brand new MGUH we put in, or the brand new gearbox failing. I'll just have to take that on the chin then, unfortunately. Oh, Sag, chat. Really, really, really Sag. There could have been points on the board there for us. I don't know whether that's going to affect our standing with Ferrari, or whether we should still be fine to hopefully stand a chance of getting a seat at the Scuderia next season. Nothing's going to pass for the next one. We said I was going to get 400 resource points, but I've still only got 219. So that seems particularly unfair. Where have those resource points gone? Can I do anything here? I can do that. All right. I've got 19 left now. Ah, I bet it's raining in Mexico as well. That would kill me. That would absolutely kill me if it's also raining in Mexico. Oh, it's raining in Mexico! How much rain? Probably quite a bit. That rain is probably going to come about halfway through the race, isn't it? Oh, no! Okay. Well, it was a sprint weekend, but the video actually isn't going to be as long as we previously thought it would be. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay. Well, our second DNF in 4 races means that we don't finish in the United States. Okay, Mexico next, though. I do enjoy Mexico. It's one of the few tracks where there are 2 genuine alternatives with strategy. There's the low downforce to maximise the straight, or the high downforce setup to maximise the middle sector and have better tyre wear. That tends to be the one I prefer, but we'll perhaps have to trial them both out throughout the course of practice and maybe some time trial as well to figure out which one is actually best for a race scenario. That race scenario will be in the next episode, though. That's all we have time. Well, not all we have time for. I had time for more. That's all we've got engine parts for today. Thank you very much for watching. I apologise that one ended prematurely. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll last all 71 laps next time. Sag. Although, chat, that does mean that you get more F1 Manager today, so maybe that's a bonus. Maybe actually you're quite happy about that. Let me save that footage. F1 19 USA. I didn't get a thumbnail from that actually, so maybe we need to back out to the menu and have a look at the replay to get a thumbnail for that. Let me upload that to the Dwop box for Chris. Did that Singapore... Singapore video go live? Should have done. We have a look. Subscriptions. Did the Singapore video go live at midday? Yes. Not Singapore. Baku. Baku did go live at midday. Lovely. We did indeed. Dunf. Yes. Wait. F1 Manager? Yes. Yes. Right. I'm going to have a quick lunch break. So I'll go offline for 10 minutes, and then we'll go live again, send out a refresh of a push notification, and we will be back live in 10 to 15 minutes time with F1 Manager 24 creator team for the first time in history. Join me in 10 minutes time or so. Go and grab yourself a snack as well, and I will see you very shortly.